Hello children, good morning. Today we are going to study about Shah Jahan, who ruled from 1628 to 1658. Children, do you know about the full name of Shah Jahan? The full name of the Shah Jahan was Shahabuddin Muhammad Shah Jahan, and he was also known as Prince Khurram. He succeeded the throne after revolting against his father, Jahangir. The period of Shah Jahan's rule in India is regarded as the golden age of Indian architecture. Children, why it was golden age? Because he is credited with constructing numerous beautiful monuments throughout the landscape of India. Children, this is Jama Masjid situated in Delhi. He built a new city called Shahjahanabad and made it his capital. He also built Diwan-i Khas, New Delhi. Participated in all military campaigns during his father's time and also planned all of them during his reign. He extended the boundaries of the empire further. On becoming the emperor, he faced a revolt in Deccan and set out to crush. Shah Jahan is remembered the most for Taj Mahal. It is considered as one of the seven wonders of the world. Shah Jahan built this beautiful monument in the memory of his beloved wife, that is Mumtaz. Taj Mahal contains the tombs of both Mumtaz Mahal and Shah Jahan. All the four sons of Shah Jahan, Dara Shikoh, Murad, Shah Suja, and Aurangzeb, they wanted to ascend the throne. They were always fighting, and Shah Jahan was overthrown by a rebellion led by his son Aurangzeb. He declared that Shah Jahan was incompetent to rule and had his father imprisoned at the Agra fort where he lived till his death in 1666. Children, this is Agra fort where Aurangzeb had his father imprisoned at till his death in 1666. Now we are going to study about Aurangzeb, who ruled from 1658 to 1707. He was the sixth ruler of Mughal Empire. He assumed the title of Alamgir, the conqueror of the world, Badshah, holy warrior. His experience as a governor of Deccan helped him in strengthening his position as an emperor. He retained the throne for almost 50 years. Aurangzeb's policies had antagonized the Rajputs and made them hostile towards the Mughal Empire. Aurangzeb's reign was marked by numerous revolts of the Jats, Satnamis, and Bundelas. They were all crushed by Aurangzeb. His Deccan policy was turning out to be very expensive, so he raised the land revenue from one third to half of the total production. Aurangzeb spent around 26 years of his reign trying to bring the Deccan under his control. This was the time that the Marathas' power was ascending in the Deccan, so they came in direct conflict with the Mughals. Aurangzeb was a very simple, staunch Muslim who lived his life as prescribed in the Quran. During his reign, there was not much development in the field of art and culture. Aurangzeb was Aurangzeb limited his readings to works of theology and poetry of devotional. He found both music and representational arts to be distasteful. He banned the playing of music in the court. So the children Akbar can be regarded as the real founder of the Mughal system of government. Akbar had inherited the structure of the Delhi Sultanate government since neither Babur nor Humayun had the time to restructure it. Akbar reorganized the government according to the needs of the time. So Akbar contributed significantly to the development of provincial administration. So this was the Mughal administration. Now decline of the Mughal Empire. Why it was declined? Because it began to decline after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707. The extent of the empire made travel and communication difficult. The burden of administration grew with the growth of empire. Aurangzeb could not perceive the benefits of the policy that Akbar had nursed towards the Hindus in general and Rajputs in particular. Since there was no clear line of succession, wars were fought over it. Moreover, the rulers after Aurangzeb were weak and ineffective. The Deccan could never be completely subdued, and simultaneously the Marathas were becoming an alternate center of power. So, children, this is all about the Mughal dynasty.